Have you ever bolted out of bed at 3 a.m. with a leg cramp so intense, you thought your muscle might actually rip apart? Or maybe lately, you find yourself gripping the handrail a little tighter when you go up the stairs, something you never used to think twice about. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And today, I'm going to tell you something that might just change your life. There's one overlooked vitamin, one your body is probably craving, that could stop those cramps and help restore your leg strength like you were 40 again. And no, it's not some new miracle drug or an expensive treatment your doctor's been pushing. In fact, the shocking part is this: the medical system has known about it for years. But most doctors won't tell you. Not because they don't care, but because there's no profit in a cheap, natural solution. So let me ask you, would you rather take pills for the rest of your life, or fix the root of the problem with 3 essential nutrients your body actually recognizes and uses? Today, we're revealing 3 powerful vitamins and minerals that don't just stop leg cramps, they go deeper. They help rebuild muscle strength from the inside out, right down at the cellular level. And every single fact I'm about to share is backed by peer-reviewed science and real-world results. So if you or someone you love struggles with leg cramps, weakness, or just feels like your legs aren't what they used to be, this is the video for you. But before we dive into the list, do me a quick favor. Backhand index pointing right if you've ever had a nighttime leg cramp or feel like your legs just don't have the same get up and go they used to. Drop a comment below and let me know. I'm reading every comment, and I'll reply with personalized tips just for you. And while you're here, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you don't miss the rest of our videos. Share this one with someone who needs it. You never know whose life you might help. Now, let's get started with vitamin number 3, and trust me, it's not what you think. Number 3, vitamin D, the hidden muscle key. When most people think of vitamin D, they think of bones. Maybe they've heard it's good for your immune system or that it comes from the sun. But here's the real story: vitamin D is a game changer for your muscles. When sunlight hits your skin, your body starts making vitamin D3. That vitamin D3 then travels through your bloodstream, landing in places most people never think about, like the tiny muscle fibers in your legs. And here's the part that blew me away. Your muscles actually have special receptors, like little locks. And vitamin D is the key that opens them. If you don't have enough vitamin D, those locks stay closed, and your muscles simply can't function the way they're supposed to. That's why so many people with low vitamin D levels feel weak, tight, or crampy, especially in their legs. Let me give you an example. A study from the University of Zurich tracked 248 seniors over 2 years. The people who had low vitamin D, below 30 nanograms per milliliter, were 3 times more likely to suffer from leg cramps than those with healthy levels. But here's where it gets exciting. When they gave those folks just 2,000 IUs of vitamin D daily, their leg cramps dropped by 68% in only 8 weeks. The researchers were stunned. They expected a mild improvement, not a complete turnaround. And the benefits don't stop there. Vitamin D doesn't just ease cramps. It actually tells your body to produce new muscle proteins. That means stronger, more functional muscles, not just fewer spasms. In fact, seniors with optimal vitamin D levels have been shown to have 37% more leg strength than those who are deficient. Now, you might be wondering, okay, so how do I get more vitamin D? Well, the sun is your best friend. But here's the problem: aging skin produces less vitamin D. A 70-year-old makes 75% less vitamin D from sunlight than a 20-year-old does with the same exposure. That's why supplements can be a game changer. The sweet spot for most older adults is between 2,000 and 4,000 IUs daily, taken with a meal that includes some healthy fat, like avocado, olive oil, or even a few nuts. And yes, you can also get vitamin D from food. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel give you about 400 IUs per serving. Egg yolks offer around 40 IUs each. Fortified milk provides about 100 IUs per glass. But for most people over 60, food alone just isn't enough. Let me tell you about Margaret, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Minnesota. She'd been dealing with excruciating leg cramps every night for 3 years. She'd tried it all: pickle juice, stretching before bed, even prescription muscle relaxants. Nothing worked. Then we checked her vitamin D level. It came back at 18 nanograms per milliliter, severely deficient. We started her on 3,000 IUs of vitamin D3 daily, taken with breakfast. 6 weeks later, her cramps went from nightly to once a week. After 3 months, they were gone. But the real surprise? She said she could now climb the stairs without holding the handrail, something she hadn't done in 2 years. Her leg strength was back. She even rejoined her morning walking group. That's the power of one simple vitamin. If you want to get the same results, get your vitamin D levels checked every 6 months. Aim for a range between 40 and 60 nanograms per milliliter. Take your supplement with your largest meal. And whenever possible, get at least 15 minutes of midday sun on your arms and legs. Up next, we're talking about a vitamin that doesn't get nearly enough attention, even though it controls something vital: the electrical signals between your brain and your muscles. Stick with me, because vitamin number 2 might explain why your legs feel weak, or why you get that pins and needles feeling that drives you crazy at night. Number 1, magnesium, the muscle relaxer. We've saved the best for last. It's time to talk about the real powerhouse of muscle strength and cramp prevention. Now technically, magnesium isn't a vitamin, it's a mineral. But don't let that little detail fool you. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzyme reactions in your body. Most of them directly related to how your muscles and nerves work. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can't relax. Literally. They stay partially contracted, which drains your energy and creates the perfect storm for painful cramps, especially at night. Let me give you the numbers. A huge study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society followed 4,000 older adults for 5 years. The people with the lowest magnesium levels had 7.5 times more leg cramps than those with healthy levels. But here's where it gets really exciting. When researchers gave the low magnesium group 400 milligrams of magnesium citrate daily, their leg cramps decreased by 86%. Even more amazing? Their leg strength jumped by 58% over just 6 months. That's not a small improvement, that's a total transformation. So how does it work? Every time you move, your muscles contract because calcium flows into your muscle cells. But to relax, your muscles need magnesium to push the calcium back out. If you don't have enough magnesium, that calcium just sits there, and that's what causes cramps. And magnesium doesn't stop there. It helps your body produce ATP, your main energy source. No magnesium equals less ATP equals weaker muscles. It's also crucial for protein synthesis, literally building new muscle to help combat the natural muscle loss that comes with aging. Here's the problem though. Modern farming has depleted our soil of magnesium, so even healthy foods today contain 30 to 40% less magnesium than they did 50 years ago. And for seniors, it gets worse. You absorb only about 30% of the magnesium you eat. And common medications like diuretics or acid reducers can flush magnesium out of your system or block absorption entirely. So what can you do? You need the right form and the right dose. The best absorbed forms are magnesium citrate and magnesium glycinate. Glycinate is especially good if you have a sensitive stomach. Most seniors need between 400 and 600 milligrams per day, split into 2 doses, morning and evening. Taking it at night also helps improve your sleep. Now let's talk food. Pumpkin seeds give you 156 milligrams per ounce. Cooked spinach has 157 milligrams per cup. And even an ounce of dark chocolate gives you 64 milligrams. But here's the reality, you'd need a lot of those foods to reach therapeutic levels. That's why supplementation is usually necessary, especially if you're already experiencing cramps or muscle weakness. Let me introduce you to Eleanor, a 75-year-old grandmother who dreaded going to bed. She'd had brutal leg cramps every night for 5 years. Screaming pain. Thrashing in bed. Her husband started sleeping in a separate room just to get some rest. She tried it all: bananas, tonic water, stretching. Nothing worked. Her magnesium RBC level came back at 3.8 milligrams per deciliter, far below the optimal range of 5.5 to 6.5. We started her on 200 milligrams of magnesium glycinate with each meal, 3 times a day. By the end of the first week, the cramps were less intense. Week 2, she was down to 1 cramp a night. After a month, she went 3 nights in a row with no cramps at all, something that hadn't happened in years. But here's what brought tears to her eyes. At her 3-month check-in, she told me she could finally get out of her chair without using her hands. Her legs had gotten strong enough to garden again, her favorite hobby, which she'd given up years ago. That's the power of magnesium. Here's how to use it wisely. Avoid taking magnesium at the same time as calcium supplements, since they compete for absorption. Space them out by at least 2 hours. Pair it with vitamin D, they work together to improve absorption. If magnesium upsets your stomach or causes loose stools, reduce your dose or switch to glycinate. For stubborn deficiencies, consider topical options, like magnesium oil or Epsom salt baths. Soaking in a warm tub with 2 cups of Epsom salt for 20 minutes can work wonders, especially before bed. Now that you know the 3 essential vitamins and minerals, vitamin D, B12, and magnesium, there's one more thing you need to understand. The truth most doctors don't tell you. You could take all the right supplements, eat all the right foods, but if you're not activating your muscles properly, you might still struggle. Why? Because leg strength doesn't just come from nutrients, it comes from how you use your body every day. And unfortunately, most seniors make 3 critical mistakes that hold them back. The good news? These mistakes are 100% reversible, and I'm about to show you how. These 5 simple habits, when combined with the vitamins we've talked about, can improve your leg strength by up to 74%. Let's go through them. Habit 1, eccentric loading. This one's simple but incredibly powerful. It's called eccentric loading, and it's how physical therapists rebuild leg strength without needing weights or machines. Here's how it works. When you lower yourself slowly into a chair, taking 4 to 5 seconds, you're working your leg muscles harder than when you stand up. That's the eccentric phase, and it triggers huge strength gains with minimal effort. A study from the University of Tokyo had 116 seniors do this for 10 minutes a day. After 12 weeks, their leg strength increased by 52%, and cramp frequency dropped by 71%. Here's how to try it. Stand in front of a sturdy chair. Slowly count to 5 as you sit down. Barely touch the seat, then stand up normally. Do 5 reps, 3 times a day, during commercials, before meals, or while your coffee's brewing. It's effortless. And it works. Habit 2, time-restricted movement. Your muscles have a rhythm, just like your sleep. Research from Harvard shows that your leg muscles respond best to movement between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. That means if you move during that window, you'll gain strength faster, up to 2.5 times faster than moving in the evening. Even better, spread your movement out. Instead of one long walk, take 3 10-minute walks throughout the day. This method, called exercise snacking, keeps your muscles engaged and reduces stiffness. In fact, studies show it improves strength 38% more effectively than one long workout. Habit 3, strategic hydration. Your muscles are nearly 80% water. Even mild dehydration can drop your strength by 30%. But here's what nobody tells you: when you drink matters more than how much. Drink 16 ounces of water, 30 minutes before activity, especially walks or leg exercises. Research shows this boosts muscle power by 19%. Habit 4. Barefoot time. Your feet are packed with nerves that send signals directly to your legs. Walking barefoot for just 10 minutes a day, on grass, carpet, or even textured mats, can improve balance, nerve function, and strength. An Australian study found seniors who did this had 31% fewer falls and 45% stronger ankles than those who didn't. Habit 5. Temperature therapy. Elite athletes have used this for decades, and it works just as well for seniors. Alternating warm and cool water on your legs, 5 minutes before bed, improves circulation and trains your muscles to contract and relax correctly. Just use your shower head, 30 seconds warm, then 10 seconds cool, repeat. Do it for about 5 minutes. You'll increase blood flow by 60% and reduce cramp risk by 77%. Let me tell you about Frank, a 71-year-old retired firefighter. He struggled to climb even one flight of stairs. His legs felt like lead. Nighttime cramps woke him up 4 times a night. We started him on the vitamin protocol, D, B12, and magnesium, but also added these 5 daily habits. He did chair sits during the morning news. Switched his walk to 11 a.m. and broke it into 3 10-minute walks. Drank water 30 minutes before activity. Spent 10 minutes barefoot in the backyard. Alternated warm and cool water on his legs before bed. Within 6 weeks, he could climb 3 flights of stairs without stopping. By week 12, he was back to doing yard work. His wife said it was like watching him age in reverse. So here's the takeaway. Your body wants to be strong again. It just needs the right fuel, and the right habits. Vitamin D, B12, and magnesium are 3 of the most powerful tools you can give your body. And when you combine them with these simple daily habits, the results can feel nothing short of miraculous. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried taking vitamins or supplements for leg cramps or muscle weakness? What worked? What didn't? Share your story in the comments below. I read every one, and I'd love to hear your experience. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you care about. You never know how much they might need it. Thanks for watching, and here's to stronger, cramp-free legs ahead.